So this will be 15 years of having HS. And for 8 years of not knowing what I lived with was often pushed aside by medical professionals. And about 7 years ago, I ended up speaking about what I thought was HS based on research that there's very minimal back then. And I was actually talking to it with a colleague of mine who actually ended up who is a sex therapist, and she was telling me that she has a patient that has this, and they're actually seeing an HS specialist. And so she gave me the doctor's name, and I ended up getting a proper and real diagnosis of this was HS and was diagnosed with stage 1 under the arms, stage 2 under the breast, and stage 2 going into stage 3 on the inner thighs, groin, and buttock. Um, I'm currently not on any biologics. A lot of this has just been dietary changes and also getting blood work done to see where my vitamin levels are at. And so right now I am gluten free. I've been gluten free for 7 years now. I am also soy free as of last year. And then I'm like 90% dairy free. I love my cheese, so I struggle with giving that up, but I don't eat it a lot. And then I'm also working towards on being refined sugar free as well. So that has made a significant change in my HS. And then also I'm working towards eating a lot less of processed foods. So, because of HS Connect, I had met them 2 years ago at a summit, and they had a table full of clean products. And when I was speaking to the founder, Brinley Brooks, about clean, because I've never heard of it, she had given me so much great information and gave me free products to go home with and experiment myself. I immediately fell in love with these products and I started to do more research on my own. So not only did I realize these products were beneficial for HS, but because I have eczema and rosacea, I realized that these products could do more for me than just helping with my HS. So I've been using the clean products for like at least 2 years now. And I've tried the dab method, which has been really beneficial with some of my flares. It's just been a big change for me for my skincare. So even my eczema, I've noticed is not as bad as it used to be. My rosacea is even a lot less. These products really have changed my life. Well, every time I shower, I use the clean products. And so what I end up doing is if there's certain areas of HS that are starting to flare or even like really like inflamed at that point, because sometimes you can just wake up and you didn't have anything last night, and then you wake up and you have like a really bad flare. So I will take a shower and I will give myself at least a lot of love in that area. So what I mean by a lot of love is I will go ahead and cleanse that area twice with the CLN products, depending on how bad the flare is. And I let them sit a little bit before I rinse them off. So I let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then I go ahead and rinse. Anytime I shower, the water is very lukewarm. I don't shower in very hot water. And then when I'm done rinsing everything off, towards the end of my shower, I will go ahead and rinse with just cold water, and I'll allow the cold water to sit where the flare is at just a little bit longer. But the dab technique, what I do is at night, I will go ahead and take a little bit of the body wash, of the clean body wash, and I will just gently rub the flare and let it, depending on how big the flare is too, I will add a little bit more of the clean product. And then I will take a gauze and I will place the gauze over it, depending, it all depends on the area too. So because mine are all like inner thigh and vulva, I specifically use the um the gauze, and then I will use the rice tape paper to help secure it down. And then I let that sit all through the night, and in the morning, I go ahead and rinse it off. Can't wait when I seen that was going to be sent out to us, to participate in that study and to see the results, not just from myself, but to be able to see the results from other HS warriors. I seen how much this impacts all of us as patients. And so it was great to see the results from it. And I speak highly of it. So I use the clean facial moisturizer since I have rosacea on my face and eczema. I also use the clean facial cleanser. So not the acne one, but the other one specifically designed for rosacea and eczema. And my dermatologist has noticed that my rosacea is not as, I don't have as many flares on my face. I don't get that hot flash. And I've noticed significantly that like my skin is a lot more calmer. And then I've noticed with the facial wash, it really hydrates my face. And it doesn't like irritate none of these products irritate my skin, which has been a huge success for me because it is a struggle to find products that work well for sensitive skin like myself. So those are the two that I use on my face currently. I also use the hand wash because my hands are super dry, especially here in Michigan. Our Michigan weather is the winters are just brutal. So my hands are extremely dry and I will get patches of eczema on my fingers. So I do use the hand wash and I've noticed that my skin is not so rough and my eczema is a lot less. There is definitely another product I would love to use. I would love to use the spray for my face. That is something I want to try next. For my younger self and for all that are listening and seeing this, I know it can be scary to try new products, especially if you are unsure how it's going to affect your skin. But I recommend you try just one product, one simple product. Try it on the inner of your wrist to see how your skin reacts to it. And if it doesn't react, just go for it. Read your reviews. First of all, reviews help tremendously, but also if you know somebody, get their personal review on it. But go for it. Like, what do you have to lose? It can seriously change your life and make your life a bit more easier.